What's up, everybody? Welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is, wait a minute, it's the day Women Rock Wednesday. It's that day. Wow. You know, it's the first time I didn't come on the show just knowing it was Women Rock Wednesday. I mean, these days is just passing by so fast. But it's Women Rock Wednesday, my favorite day of the week. So many things is happening out here. This WNBA is kind of getting to me right now. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Things are not going so well right now for Caitlin Clark. What's wrong? Can somebody tell me? What's up, Rob? Can somebody tell me what's going on? Things are not going well for her right now. And I don't know, because I'm serious. I haven't been closely watching it as much this year. The summer league kind of got me messed up. Oh, let me share the show. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to share the show. Let me do that right now. Because some people, Robert Young said he just shared the show. Rob, y'all, tell me what's going on out there. Anything new and exciting, anything out there that you want. It don't even have to be sports. Anything, let me tell y'all something, man. And I'm going to have a little bit more about it for y'all tomorrow. But man, politically, this Texas stuff is crazy. This Abbott, this is where we live. I ain't gonna talk about it today, but y'all, it's some stuff going on with this Abbott and that other one. Texas is all this redistricting stuff, and we looking at it on the surface, but it's an underlying thing up under. You know how we just look at the surface and you don't look at all that stuff up under there. The next thing you know, you got mold. I ain't prepared to talk about it yet, but I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. What's up? What's up there, big coach? What's up, Brandon? It's Women Rock Wednesday. That's all right, my fellas here. Women, I can't wait on you. I'm gonna shout out to my fellas. Daryl Anderson, Thaddeus Moody, Robert Young, Brad Kimball, let's see, big coach. Rob said, what's up, Brad? Yeah. Let me put that on there. Brad, I know you don't like to say nothing, but Rob said, what's up? That is Moody. I ain't ready to give it yet. That is Moody. I ain't ready because I have to be prepared when I talk about stuff like that, because people see this stuff and I want to have my facts ready. Y'all, yesterday was a great day for me. Personally, when people that you care a lot about, and people are all in other cities, who I know are very, very busy, just like y'all are, take the time out to, to comment on the show. I mean, the lady yesterday, it popped up on the screen, and I hope y'all Googled her. If you're Daniel, you're lost. I can't believe. Let me tell y'all something. And this is the last time I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it to y'all. Y'all better tell everybody else. If I tell you to go Google somebody, it's best show you need to get in Google immediately. Y'all got to realize, share the show. Y'all got to realize it's some people, some very, very influential and powerful people that supports and watch this show. And y'all need to know. Y'all might have to do business with them one day. See, you got to start thinking. You just got to start thinking way past Houston and summer basketball and grassroots basketball, and high school basketball. Y'all, Brandon Weaver, what my man said, man, I swear for living God. Man, I swear for living God. We got to start thinking about just selective. I mean, it's all right now. Summer basketball. Shadur Sanders is doing his thing. He ain't had a chance to do his thing. They ain't in camp yet, Rob. He ain't really had a chance to do his thing yet, Rob. I mean, he just practicing right now. The camp ain't started yet. Camp started later this month. So Shadur Sanders, what I need for Shadur, since you bring it up, so you said he's doing his thing. I need him to get a chauffeur because he got 2 speeding tickets going 100 miles an hour. So he really ain't doing his thing. He done got 2 tickets going 100 miles an hour. He ain't doing his thing. He said, my daughter talked about her because she wants to be a dermatologist, and that's her Delta. So see that? Yo, we just minding our business, doing the Chop Shop, and one of the most powerful women, beautiful black women in the country, just watching this show and talking about how I'm gonna call in. And guess what we did? Let her call in. And you know what? I'm gonna start doing that a little bit more. If anybody want to call in, I'm gonna start talking about it. You can call in. You know, I got a number where you can call. I just, I don't do it. No, but Rob, you did right. You said doing this thing, but I need him to get a chauffeur, Rob. Because going 100 and some miles an hour twice, one time, okay, but you doing it again. You the quarterback, man. You ain't the defensive back. Then when your teammates go beat up a girl, hit a girl in the mouth, big old ass, the running back who's supposed to be a great part of your Cleveland, man. I had some on Cleveland. Rob, I'm glad you said something about that. I had some information on on Cleveland. Let me see. I had, I put stuff in my notes. Sometimes y'all, because like I said, I be so much stuff be going on. And I said, you know what? If I put it in my notes, I can go back and find it. Here it is. Here it is. Thank you, Robert. Robert Young started it off today. The Cleveland Browns have had a league high of 10 plus players suspended in the last 10 years due to inappropriate, illicit behavior on and off the field. Let me give them to you. Josh Gordon, 16 games, 2015. Ryan Seymour, 4 games, 2015. Amani Bryant, 2 games, 2015. Kawan Williams, 2 games, 2016. Kareem Hunt, 8 games, 2016. Antonio Galloway, 4 games, 2019. Myles Garrett, 6 games, 2019. Larry Ungagobi, 1 game, 2019. Deshaun Watson, 11 games, 2022. Mike Woods, 6 games, 2023. Mike Hall Jr., 5 games, 2024. That's why I said what I said, Rob, about Shadur. That, that's my dude now. But it can't keep doing that stupid stuff, man. Can't keep doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody else got something? What Big Coach? What's going on, Big Coach? What happening around? Safe travels to all the young people are going to their sites to travel, going to the second lab period that begins tomorrow. Good luck. Just go out there and compete. And I keep telling you, and I love to play stuff like this. I love to play stuff like this because I didn't put it on the other day. And where my dude at, man? Man, these little dudes were playing so hard. Hold up, these little dudes were playing so hard. Let's see. I just like this. I just like this.
impact on a good team should matter, and that will help him because the Mavericks have this unusual situation where they're expecting to be relevant in the West, and they had the #1 pick.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving on no particular certain timeline, but estimates have it somewhere around All-Star break. Boy, look at the defensive pressure. Carter Bryant is the one guy you don't want guarding you. He has blown up this half-court set already. Lewis out of scramble mode. Carter Bryant, ubiquitous defensively everywhere.
Numbers and impact on it.
Ubiquitous. Go Google that. Ubiquitous. That was the expo that Jermaine Lethbridge used to put on every year. Ubiquitous. I went to DC one time and I enjoyed myself. Oh my God, just all the women entrepreneurs from all over the country. Beautiful hotel in downtown DC. But young players, those the kind of thing. I'm gonna keep playing that video till somebody get it. That's two rookies. Just blowing up the defense. Just blowing. Let me tell y'all something. I got a question for y'all. I got a question. Anybody know this about? What's his name? Darren Fox gonna demand a lot of you money, try to play hardball with the Spurs. Do y'all think he'll make it past trade deadline? Because he's going to try to ask for an extension. But when you got Castle and this young dude Harper, she's all about leverage. Boom. What's up, Boom? Boom, I'm just watching this, y'all. I'm going to play it again because Boom is just, Boom. This is what I love to see, man. I'm going to play.
Numbers and impact on a good team should matter, and that will help him because the Mavericks have this unusual situation where they're expecting to be relevant in the West, and they had the #1 pick.
Y'all watch Carter. That's Dylan Harper on the ball. Carter is up at the top of the key. If you know what the top of the key is, to the left of the logo. Watch how he gets in help.
Kyrie Irving on no particular certain.
And he switched off. He jumped. So the dude saying, "Damn, I'm seeing two bodies." Most defenders don't like to see two bodies, right?
Timeline.
Then he passed him off. Then Carter got up in him. Carter Bryant got up in him. He's all over.
Bryant is the one guy.
Then watch what he do. He don't stop. He goes in the help. Watch this, young. He goes right in the help. So that guy over there, that player over there right now, he's saying, okay, what? I see two bodies again. Look, so he had to get it up. So guess what? He go again. They close out. Now they seeing what? Three bodies.
Half-court set.
He had to pass it again.
Already.
Now he close out, try to come in. Look, he got three more bodies to see. Carter's in there again. Then the guy gets around him, and he go and yo, that don't happen at no level. I've been watching the EYBL. It ain't happening now. I watched some teams get beat by 30 pieces this morning. So I'm celebrating defense. I know I love offense. I love it. Y'all, if anybody know me, I love to put the ball in the basket. But that right there, that them guys doing, it's done so scarcely now that I have to talk about it. Robert Young, Thaddeus Moody said, I welcome all the Houston teams and families to the Windy City under the Under Armour boys and girls basketball. Okay, they come today. Okay, they come to Chicago. You said that. They come to Chicago. Y'all good luck up there in Chicago. Who is the Under Armour team? That's okay. That's okay. Y'all, cause y'all gotta understand, I don't keep over these teams. Y'all got to help me. Big Coach, tell me who the teams. Tell me some stuff that's might go on this weekend. Give me some, Big Coach. You the big coach. Man got Big Coach on his thing. He said, "What's up, Rob? If you the big coach, I'm gonna call on you all the time. Share the show, y'all. We ain't thinking about no women in there. The women, when they come on, we'll talk to them. We're gonna salute them. But I saw something last night, y'all, that just kind of got me at NBA. I mean, NFL. It's not NFL. Major League Baseball All-Star. They had a tribute to Hank Aaron last night, and I think it's one of the coolest things, man, I've seen. Y'all watch this. Y'all, it went on for 41 more seconds. It is a woman is on here. Hey, Dirk Minifield. But I remember him so vividly. When I think about him, he was a man's ability, he says, limited only by his lack of opportunity. Great Henry Aaron was inducted to the Baseball Hall of Fame, Cooperstown, in 1982. And for you young people who may be wondering how good was Henry Aaron, let me give you a recap. First in all time in RBIs, runs batted in. First in total bases, 6,856. First in extra bases, hits, 1,477. First in All-Star Game appearance, 25. Second in home run. Might change now. Third in hits. Fourth in runs. Played in the Negro Leagues too. When I think about stuff like that, man, I just go back. All-Star Game is in Atlanta. He played for the Braves. And I just think about the pioneers who came before the guys who's doing it now. And but I heard something the other day. I'm trying to see. I haven't got it all, but some things happened over the last week, last few days. And I'm trying to figure out where I want to start with them. Talking about this kid, I don't like I saw with Shaq, I think I talked about it yesterday. I mean, I was going to talk about it yesterday, but I didn't. He warns RG3 need to stop what he's doing now, Dirk. Hey, Lady Baron. It's Women Rock Wednesday. Lady Baron, if you got a question, Candace Hawkins, if you got a question, but RG3 need to stop. And I haven't been talking about it because I know you want attention. I don't want to give these kind of people that attention, but sometimes you just can't keep letting it go. You follow me? And you need to stop. That's my girl saying. Shaq warned him, said, look, I'm going to punch you in the face if you make another disrespectful post about Angel Reese. And ladies and gentlemen, just in case you've been on the rock, you notice I ain't talked about it. See what happens is every day I contemplate what I'm gonna talk about on this show. I don't just come on here and run my mouth. I'm just letting you know that I don't come over here and say, well, you know what? Let me push. No, it's not rehearsed. but I consumed a massive amount of information. Then I said, what's trending? You know, I got a choice to talk about what's trending, and then I got. I'm glad you asked, Sonya. Then I got this dilemma: should I talk about what's not trending, but we need to know? So, RG3, you remember? Let me see that if I got. Let me see if I got it. Some of my old stuff. I probably erased it because I just don't like this dude. Something about this dude, and y'all know how I am. Let's start here. Let's start here. Okay.
So where was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun? Y'all remember that? She got fouled so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul. What did Angel Reese do? Nothing. She didn't get up and try to swing on her. You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there's a lot of history there with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You guys remember last year when Angel Reese celebrated Kennedy Carter getting that flagrant foul on the hip check against Caitlin Clark? You remember that? On the sideline, just, yeah, baby, get her, you get her. Who celebrates like that for a flagrant foul on another player if they don't dislike that player? Okay, you want some more evidence? Here's some more evidence. Remember last year when they were talking about who gets the credit for the expansion and the eyeballs and the popularity boost of women's basketball? Not
Sonya, are you looking in the background? Candace, are you looking in the background? Lady Baron, are you looking in the background? Are you looking in the background? His wife is back there giggling and sniggling and let me keep going.
the WNBA, but women's basketball in general, because of the spike in the women's NCAA tournament and WNBA viewership. A lot of people were attributing that to Caitlin Clark, and rightfully so. This is what Angel Reese had to say, and I quote, "People are talking about women's basketball. You never would think they'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to the games. We got celebrities coming to the games, sold out arenas, just because of one single game. Just looking at that, I'll take that role."
Did y'all see all of this? Did y'all see all of that? So I'm adding context because Sonya, y'all need to share this show. Y'all need to share this show. Because I didn't know, I didn't want to give it no oxygen. Because I know what this clown is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, his analysis of Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark situation, especially the basketball part, but he decided that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Y'all share the show. I need somebody else on the show. I need somebody to talk to me. Because my lady's talking to me. Fellas, you can talk to me. Y'all, hold up, y'all. This was his analysis. He's supposed to be an analyst. He said Angel Reese hate Caitlin Clark. He said, I got 5 or 6 examples of this, and you can see after the foul, the way she responded, it's personal to her. Now he a skin diver. He getting inside of Angel Reese's skin. This ain't it, y'all. I got something else for you. This was his analysis. Then Ryan Clark responds and say, RG3 is full of it. He was wrong, and then the reason that he doesn't understand what happens, and the reason that that his analysis is wrong because he goes home to this with Ryan because he don't understand what because he goes home to a white woman every day. he doesn't go home to a black woman. That's what Ryan Clark said. So he don't understand what black women think. But Ryan Clark basically said that Robert Griffin lust for white women is centered in anti-black racism, racial fetishism, and role play. Nobody black in the house with RG3, exception of RG3, because this what Ryan Clark is saying about it. And so all of that happened, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't come on here and talk about it too much, Sonya, because I said, I talked about it, and then he played a victim when Ryan Clark get on his butt. Talking about you being disrespectful to my wife and kids. No, he ain't said nothing about your wife. He said your wife is a nice woman, and you should objectify her. Because you openly had conversations where you're talking about how milky she is. How she's that milk, and I'm the cookies. And Ryan didn't make that up. Ryan said when he worked with RG3, he would love to come to work and talk about he loved about that milk and his wife, white skin color. He was objectifying his wife. But bruh, we ain't gonna let you objectify Ames Reese. You objectify your wife all you want to. Y'all, I got a post. I wish I could put it on the screen. Y'all gonna make me put this on? No, I'm putting it on the damn screen. Hold up. I'm finna put it on the screen. You think I'm playing? I don't play around. I don't play around. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I ain't gonna even tag it. I'm just gonna take it and put it on the screen so y'all can see what the hell I'm talking about. At the Post Malone concert with this tall glass of milk. So y'all won't think, Robbie, that's not fair. You're talking about it. No. Y'all see that? He would make all the corny jokes about milk at work, how much he loved it. He always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin. I got more. The caption, cookies and milk. I just don't feel like doing it. But you get mad. Every day is National Milk Day and cookies with me. Something small that stuck out to me that he sees more, but he sees more RG3, not RG3, Ryan Clark, when I was listening to him, he seemed to be, y'all watch this now. Hold on, let me get some of this stuff off my screen. Stuff just came on the screen. He seems to have more humanity for RG3's wife than RG3 sees. It's almost something that is important. Everything he said was great about the man's wife. And he got, you talking about my wife. You talking about my wife. So Ryan Clark, which I wish he hadn't, you know them folks at ESPN made him apologize. If it was just basketball, then you could have just said you felt she overreacted to a hard foul. Instead, you said she hate Caitlin Clark. Like you know. To put it in perspective, see, Ryan didn't make anything racial. Ryan Clark did And us athletes have experienced things in the sports world a lot of people have not experienced. That what Ryan said. And I would know, he would know because Ryan, Ryan had been there. But what I want to talk about today, that was past. I didn't talk about it much on the show. Because I didn't want to get that clown no traction. But Robbie Young, boom. Paul Miranda, Ed Harris, Sonya Billingsley, Candace Hawkins. No, Candace Allen. Can I tell y'all something? Can I talk to y'all? What I've learned about the NFL. 30 years I've been in this business. The NFL is white culture with black bodies. The NFL is white culture with black bodies. And over the next month or so, I'm going to explain that to you. The other day, RG3 posted a pic. First of all, Angel Reese was on the cover of the game, the video game, you know how they play the games, she was on the cover. Ed Harris, let that sink in. Let that sink in. Listen, 30 years now, I got, what, six doctorates in this now. But Angel Reese was on the front of the cover of the video game. Beautiful cover. A lot of people jealous. Everybody, Asia. Now, I don't say Asia jealous, but people thought it would be Asia. Somebody, somewhere, in some dark room, edited that beautiful picture and put a monkey in that picture. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to show it. You go find it. Put a monkey. Edited out Angel. Put a monkey on there and post. Dude didn't have about 35 followers. He might have 200 now. But this damn fool, RG3, posted the picture. He reposted the picture. Talking about this must stop, trying to play like he coming to Angel's defense. But he posted that mess. Right? He pulled this monkey pic from a person who had 35 followers. NBA, okay, WNBA 2K. It had to be WNBA, not NBA. WNBA, the video game. Thank you. Because if you notice, I don't play games. Ladies and gentlemen, Sonya, you know what? It's the Chop Shop. Hold up. Hold up, Sonya. This for Sonya Billingsley right here. Because I said I wasn't going to do it. But it's Women Rock Wednesday, and when women talking, Robert Hatter just going to listen. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope this don't offend nobody, because it offended the hell out of me. Made me want to hit that boy in the mouth. This is what they did. This was this clown posted. Reposted. I'm getting it off my screen. Listen to me, y'all. I didn't know how diabolically this little tiny, self-hating, small-minded ignoramus was. I didn't realize how small this dude was in the mind. And he did it for attention. How bereft of your own sense of self that you need to do this. Bro, are you broke? Something going on that we don't know? I know you're not on TV no more, and I know you have a podcast with your wife. I just saw her in the background. Then I went and looked at his podcast. Podcast is thirsty for a certain type of attention. He's looking for the MAGA folks. They had Dana White on there from the what's the name? UFC, spewing all kind of stuff, hate and all that kind of stuff on this show. And she back there, him and her back there giggling it again. Let me tell you something. Not unchecked. I mean, they just let him do it. It's like, pay attention to me. I don't think it's working. I don't think anything is working for him. His social media is the same way. It's thirsty too. Very thirsty for attention. But ladies and gentlemen, it's a catch-22. Because I didn't want to talk about it. That's why I ain't really talked about it. But people like Sonya didn't know nothing about it. Now she know. It's a catch-22. What do I do with somebody who has to have this oxygen for their fire, but also they are very inflammatory? And I don't want to feed the flame. I really want to starve him out. But at the same time, got to understand why people are having such a visceral reaction and negativity that he is putting out in the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't know what to do with guys like him. It's a struggle for me. Every day, I sift through these stories and weigh whether or not it's a value for me to share to y'all. That's why I tell y'all to share the show. It's 1 million people need to be listening to this right now. Because there's 1 million people like Sonya that know nothing about it. Even the comments. What do we gain from this? What he's doing, ladies and gentlemen, is dangerous for Angel Reese and her family. Y'all, it's a senator from Minnesota. A dude came and killed her and her husband because he loves Trump. He one of them Christian evangelistic crazy ass people who love Trump, and when he killed this woman and her man because she didn't like Trump's policies. So it's sick to spew out stuff like this, y'all. It's serious to me. Unfortunately, we live in a world where people are so ready to commit violence on other people because they feel so small themselves. Dirk said we got to know who the black first play. We don't. Y'all, listen. ESPN full of them. Y'all, they got black faces and white spaces. I've been telling y'all that for years. But rather than ESPN, Fox just fired a whole bunch of their ass the other day. Show you how important they are. Fox would have showed some equestrian than put on them sorry ass shows they had on Fox. Fight all of them. But Robert, they on Fox. Their ass ain't on Fox now. Y'all, we don't realize the power we have right here. We just got to share. We don't share the show. RG3, you have the resemblance of a very tiny man. We have seen your coverage. We have seen how uneven it is. I'm watching. See, I went back and watched your stuff, RG3, and how you know a certain audience that you have gotten. You interview Dana White. When you allow him to spew out all this nonsense on your show, I saw it, unchecked, promoting so many falsehoods. Dana White is a freaking clown. They beat up his wife in public and ain't nobody said nothing about it. While you and your wife just sit in the background and giggle and laugh. You want to use his guest list and his guest list for your future interviews. I know what you're doing, player. But you put a target on Angel Reese back, and I got a problem with that. More than she should ever have. Yeah, Angel pop off at the mouth. Yeah. Get on him. Like last night, this dude said something. She said, "Bum, sit down. I'm out here, you out there. Out of here." Oh, she talks crazy. But she don't want this. And when you promote a racist image, your actions are unacceptable, my friend. You objectify your wife by calling her milk. This is top quality milk, milking cookies. But this is not an unusual character. We got the Jason Whitlocks. We got the Candace Owens. But normally, this MAGA stuff work. Yo, but the MAGA don't even like him. Do you think the MAGA want to see you with that beautiful white woman? Dude, you crazy. He said, my cousin played football with RG in high school. I used to go to this game. He never thought he was black. Okay. See, I don't know nothing about his high school day. And you know what I thought about? I'm glad you just brought that up, Ken. Did he ever have credibility with black people? Because he's not getting the benefit of the doubt from us. Normally we would say, let's starve this guy out and let's kick him out the culture. But he never really been in the culture like that. What is he trying to gain from this? We just laugh at him. I don't think Ryan Clark should have ever apologized to him because he didn't say nothing. Rod Parker got fired for calling him a cornball brother long time ago. He might not be with us. He might not be like us. A lot of black people, especially at this time, you know, when you have black quarterbacks in the league, we're defensive of it. Right or wrong, I'm going to always be on the side of the black quarterback. But I thought that was y'all. And Candace said she was wondering what I was. Candace, I just didn't. I didn't know. I didn't want to talk about this subject because I don't want to. But man, you're putting that woman in danger, man. No, don't do that. And then I saw this post. And y'all look, I just saw this post now. I didn't think it was great. I think it was weak. But the post said this was a heated barbershop discussion. So my mind is, when I read the headline, heated, I'm switching subjects, y'all. I'm off of that one. It said heated barbershop discussion. Colon. And I expected something big. When somebody said that, don't you expect something big? Fob. Heated. Shout out to Fob. Fob, I see you guys down there, man. But when you play, when your next game? He doesn't have the right complexion for the complexion. He's a sellout, brother. Like, I got you, Greg. Fob, what you doing down there, man? What you doing down in Augusta, Georgia? Fob, how much money are you contributing to the economy down there in Augusta, Georgia? How much? Talk to me, Coach Fob. Coach of one of the Night Riders team down there, probably what, the 15-year-olds? Tell me what you seen down there. Put something on the screen. You want to call in? You got my number. Call in. Tell us what's going on. But they say a heated barbecue. If somebody says a heated barbershop discussion, what y'all gonna think? Y'all think this finna be good. Get what the discussion was about. Who was a better NBA center, Patrick Ewing or David Robinson? This was supposed to be a heated discussion. In the barbershop. Man, if I was in that barbershop, you know what I told him. Man, get out of here. That ain't nothing to talk about. Do anybody else agree? That's a heated discussion. Is my mic working? Oh, yeah, y'all typing. Y'all typing slow. Somebody talk to me. Because y'all know I move on. But I move on anyway. A physical therapist said the worst shoe a basketball player can wear is flip-flops. So why we see all the flip-flops coming to the gym? Y'all getting quiet on me, boy. I know y'all letting your son wear the flip-flops. I let mine wear them because I didn't know no better. I didn't know no better. I let him wear them in the beginning. Then later on, I said, man, you had your shoes tied up when you get in the gym. We ready to work. We ain't got time for you to sit over there. He said, heated for what? They both in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Thank you, Dirk. Thank you. Okay, Travis said it's not heated. But they said that was it's a heated conversation. I said, heated. It's a tough one, not heated. Thank you. See, I needed my basketball people to tell me. I got a question. Kenneth Gamble, Dirk Minifield. Do you think De'Aaron Fox will make it past the trade deadline this year? People have been calling me, saying some things because he's up to get an extension. He's up to get an extension. But you got this young goon, Dylan Harper, and Stephen Castle. The team has leverage. What'd you think? Somebody called me. He said, Rob, you got... I said, damn, I never thought about that. They was telling me, Rob, if he play hardball, you ship him off to the Wizards somewhere. I said, what? He said, they really like Harper. I don't know, David, what happened between Fox and his Chris Gaston. I have no idea what happened between them people. I had no idea. But we ain't talking about where he want to stay. We talking about now if he just said, okay, I'll stay here and play. But I'm talking about wanting a super extension. And San Antonio ain't gonna pay it. So y'all get go. I'm talking about you talking about what he wants. We talking about San Antonio. Got them youngsters. You know, somebody was asking me the other day. They was just saying, Robert, what does Kevin Durant, what? So I told him yesterday, it was yesterday on the golf course. I said, for any Rocket fans who doesn't realize how efficient Kevin Durant is, so this is what y'all tell them in your barbershop at scoring the basketball. This is his chart from last season. This is his chart from last season. 57%. He said, Robin, for the Spurs are going young, so Fox might not be. That's what Kerry. That's what people were asking me. No, it ain't about if you're worth it or not. No, he worth it. Shit, if some of these other players worth it, Fox worth it. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna put it like this. I agree with you. None of them are worth this money. But this is the market. So guess what? If the market for a player like him is this amount of money, he should want his money. But let me show y'all something. KD shot 57% on 2-point shots. So then if he shoots 10 shots from mid-range, 6 of them going in. Okay? That's on 2-pointers. 43% on 3-pointers in year 18. In year 18. And from the corner, the threes is from the corner, the threes is 47% from the corner. Hold up. From the left corner, it's 52%. From the right corner, it's 47%. From top of the key, it's 40%. I'm talking about threes right now. Kevin Durant. Did y'all know? I reached out. They gave me a list of the top NBA jersey sales since July 7th, a couple of days ago, right for my birthday. You know who the number one? Since July 7th. Now, July 7th. You know who number one? I'll wait. I love y'all. I love y'all comment. Trey Phillips, I love it. I love your comment. He's the best because he's been consistent throughout his career. Spurs waiting to develop their talent, and I think Houston should too as well. But we got to get some shooting. Hey, man. Houston, only thing Houston get, listen, only thing that I'm mad about Houston, I didn't want to give up my boy, man. Y'all know, y'all don't have to like it, but I love Jalen Green. I just don't. Y'all got to understand, I knew him when he was a little boy. I mean, you 16, 17 years old, man. So I'm going to have an infinity for him. He said, Fox, it's worth it, but does the team feel that he's the guy to lead them young? That's a good question. That's a good one. What you say about Cooper Flag? No, wasn't Cooper Flag. He's in the top. He's in the top. But I'm going to tell you, Kevin Durant, these Houston fans ain't playing no game around here, man. Houston must still have pulled overseas. Kevin Durant, since July 7th, Kevin Durant is in top 7 jersey. The number 2, y'all, somebody put it on the screen for me. It's my favorite guy. Somebody put it on the screen for me. Who knows me and know when I get to giggling like that, it's my dude. Who is my dude? Number 2 is my guy. Number 2 is my dude. Y'all taking too long. Stephen Wardell Curry. Number 3, Cooper Flag. This just since July the 7th. Steph lost. Steph gone. Steph was playing golf this weekend, though. What happened to the cat we had to beat up his WNB guy? Is he cleaning up his ass? The cat we had that beat up. Kevin Porter Jr. Hey, hold up. A guy who oversaw a lot of that is on this feed right now, Edward Harris. Edward Harris, you can ask Dirk Minifield what happened to Kevin Porter Jr. I think he's in Milwaukee. I mean, wait a minute, he just got a new deal with somebody, right? Is it Milwaukee? Yes, Milwaukee. Curry too. Yes, Branch, you got me. Yeah, y'all know Steph. Yeah, y'all Steph. Number 3 is Cooper Flag. Number 4 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Number 5 is Luka Doncic. Since July the 7th. Okay? Not all the year, just since July the 7th. But Kevin Durant's jersey is the number 1. The KD to Houston hype is real, y'all. Is real. Oh, he with the Bucks. He with the Bucks. Kevin Porter Jr. And I think he about to get married to a young girl I knew. She was a little girl. A young lady from Houston. Curry is the most impressive since he didn't change teams. I don't mind people changing teams. Let me see. How can I do this? I don't mind people changing teams. I really don't mind. You know why? I think about this. If you're on a job and you're able to leave your job, so I really don't mind people, because I'm not in the same. I'm not in the same situation that I was a long time ago. You change and you move around. And I'm just trying to see, because I had some information I wanted to share with y'all. And but I really don't mind. Because if that place ain't right for you and you got a chance to go, you go. I don't know. Y'all don't have to think that way, and I'm not gonna force it on nobody. But sometimes it's time to move. Sometimes it's just time to move. And I'm looking for some. I can't find it. But this is the time when you're getting our fair share of revenue, and people must understand the revenue streams has changed, so the money is larger. Thank you, the dirt. I'm not referring just jersey sale. Yeah, I'm not. Uh, Let's see. Curry is the most impressive since he didn't change team. Grant changed team. Flag is new to the NBA. Okay, I got you. I was looking for something I was gonna share with y'all. I had it long time ago, but I guess I ain't got it no more. Hold on. It's probably in my no, it wouldn't be in there. I didn't do it. It ain't that important. But I wanted to I couldn't find it. But that's all right. Change teams is a way to get your money, and you must follow the money. I like that one, Dirk. But let me go. Let's go down my list. Y'all know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something, and y'all got to understand. And I got to qualify this. I got to qualify this because this is a guy that I happen to know and happen to meet. And matter of fact, the lady that I was dating at the time, back in that time, happened to be his manager. So I got to know R. Kelly a lot, right? But on TikTok this morning, I saw something. I've been around him a lot. Should he be in jail? Yes. 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 Did he? Yes. They found him guilty. Yes. But some people sent me something, and I never knew it. He got this song called For You. Girl, I'll be right there when you call me. Girl, I'll be right there. So in the song, I just found out I'm today years old. Go back and listen to it. I know I can play a second of it, so just in case you don't know. Girl, I be, because I can't sing. Uh, but but I did not know. All you have to do is just call me. That's the song. Can't play no more because they'll flag me. But in the song, she said, you meet a man that's honest, understanding, satisfying, belonging, affectionate, needful, and dedicated. Do y'all know what those things spell out? Husband, honest, understanding, satisfying, belonging, affection, needful, dedicated. I'm today's old. I'd have been in the studio with him and I never know that spelled out husband. So when you go home, I mean, when you get the time, if you still listen to him, you don't have to listen to him. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I be letting, I just like his music, y'all. I'm sorry, I like his music, and but don't force it on nobody else. But it's spelled out. I'm just Cedric. I didn't know that. Cedric, did you know that? I didn't know that. So when I told y'all, when I learned new stuff, I shared with y'all. I had no idea it spells that out. Cedric, how long has it been since you knew that? I never knew it. Y'all got to understand, I've been around this dude. I know his whole management team and everybody. Matter of fact, when he came to Houston, did I tell y'all a story about him coming to Houston? Y'all got to let my son tell you. You know, my son, I think my son was in what school? He was in, about 9th, 10th grade, 10th grade. So, you know, we always worked out at the, he said he 5 days ago. Dirt. I think I told you about this. So every time Robert Kelly, he come to town, he won't have find someone to hoop. He want to hoop, right? He want to hoop. So I got the West Side Tennis Club for him. I had it all set up for him. Nobody there. He pulled up to a bus and all that. So the guys got out. And my son in there with me, because me and him, he had been working out. So the guys got out and they put 10 chairs on one side of the floor and 10 chairs on the other side of the floor. 10 chairs on one side of the floor and 10 chairs. He said, we can't deny that he's talented, but he's a predator. Absolutely. Yes. You can call him what you want to. Yes. But I'm talking about the experience. So I got a little teenager in here, right? We ain't hooping. So he come in there, I get some guys to play against him. On his team, he is the only one that allowed to shoot the ball. So he have 4 rebounders, big old strong dudes that rebound and just throw him the ball out. I forgot to tell you. Hold on. The 10 chairs on each side, 10 women sitting in this side and 10 women sitting on the other side. So you know I'm going to ask him, man, why you got them separated? Why didn't you just have... He said, that crew over there don't like this crew. So I got a 14, I don't know how old he was. I need to text him. I don't know how old he was. Because he went back to school telling his friend. So he said, we hooped at J Prince come together, took the dude 40 minutes to get out of the bus. They want all the calls. See, he done played against. He shoots all the balls, y'all. Let's say Dirk, Travis, Cedric, Sonya, and Candace all on the same team. Sonya, all you and Candace and Cedric and Travis doing is getting the rebound. Dirk shooting all the ball. Y'all got to pass it back out to Dirk. And but it was so. But my son said, Dad, why did the girls only clap for him? He 14 and 15. He was watching. He said, the girl, every time he hit a shot, on both sides. The man is the most unique. I never seen nothing like it. It's the most stuff happened, I can't tell you about it. But I've never seen nothing like this before in my life. The control that this man not just had over women, but the dudes. You playing a whole game of basketball and you don't shoot at all. Unbelievable. But I was today at Cedric. I was today years old when I found out that about R. Kelly. I'm sorry, I had to get that. I got a question for you. Is it just you or me? Is it just me? But ladies and gentlemen, what has happened to Caitlin Clark? Could somebody tell me? That what Tank said on the pod. He's the only one to shoot. I'm telling you, Tank didn't have to tell me. I was in there watching it. Caitlin Clark's last 7 games, y'all. 1 for 7, 2 for 7 from 3. I'm talking about threes. 1 for 7, 2 for 7, 1 for 7, 2 for 7, 0 for 6, 1 for 10, 0 for 7. Dirt. Could somebody tell me? Because you know I like Caitlin Clark. She's 7 of 49 from 3 in the last 7 games. Has anybody got a theory? Somebody help me. Does anybody have a theory? It's a shooting slump. Okay. Okay. It's a shooting slump. Okay. Y'all know what, man. I know the live period coming up, right? And that, you know, I know what it is. And I know y'all probably don't think like this. But our injury and detailed scouting report, she will bounce back. Thank you. Thank you. Shooting star. Okay. But what do y'all see when y'all see this? At a basketball game, at a wide period. And I that's all I can give you on the picture, because that's it. I mean, it was more. What do y'all see when y'all see it? Left groin injury. Okay. David, stop it. What do y'all see when you see that? What do y'all see? If y'all don't see nothing, then I'm just click off. Oh, Curb said I saw the same thing when I went to my guy Keith Johnson at he was shooting from half court. Yes, he does. He didn't make any effort on defense. That's right. He don't. Only person shoot. Yeah, you're right. This is the level of ass kissing I've never encountered. Herb, it's power. It's power. Oh, it's power. Maybe her name being mentioned and all of the off-court drama is getting to her. You think that somebody said DEI? Quit, man. You don't see that, big coach? Okay. You don't see nothing? Thank you, Dirk Minifield. Big coach younger. He don't see it. Thank you, Curtis George. Those are great coaches right there, man. But y'all would rather send your kids to that college instead of to Georgia Tech and Memphis. And Jerry Stackhouse got fired. DeJuan Howard got fired. Y'all rather send your kids to them. A lot of bunch of guys that don't look like me watching kids that play look like. Y'all, when I saw it, it was like eerie to me. Because I study history. If you go back and study history, the only reason I'm in here to get me one of these him, so I can go get me a raise. The Harbaugh brothers, they meeting with Harbaugh. The Harbaughs who done made their whole fortune off the backs of black men, they meeting with Trump. Nick Saban, Bruce Pearl. They wouldn't have the power. Well, Herb, you just called it ass butt kissing a minute ago. It's power, Herb. Herb, it's power, Herb. R. Kelly had power. Puffy had power. These dudes got the power structure behind them. Izzo down there, 100 years old, just sitting back, still loving this game because it's the easiest game in the world for him. Because we keep sending our kids there. Coach Leonard Hammond just retired as the longest tenured Black. Who will replace him? I can't say that. Somebody just text me. And y'all ain't nothing against these guys. I'm talking about what can we control? But what can we control? Like that boy, what's that boy Cameron? He said, we can't own no team. He said, you put Tyler Perry and Oprah money and somebody else's money together, all y'all, and his money too. We still can't buy a team. And my dude just paid $10 billion. Where'd you get $10 billion from, man? Do y'all know when one side got that so much, something ain't right? They ain't smarter. But they stick together though. This crew, they stick together. Huh. I just I just go through stuff, y'all. And they'll hold up, and they'll bring a few of y'all along with them. And it seems like, cause one of you winning, all of us winning, but no. It's just y'all are serious. I just make me say, Nolan Smith is leaving Memphis to be the head coach of Tennessee State. I couldn't leave Memphis. Yet you got to be. That shows you don't want to be that just shows you don't want to be a coach. Be a coach. You just got that sign on your thing. Because if I would have left Memphis to go and coach my own damn team, are you crazy? Every assistant coach want to be a head coach. Are you crazy? See, this is the problem. Our young, yo, listen, look at this. They planning while we playing. See, big coach, you said Nolan Smith leaving Memphis to be the head coach of Tennessee. Did you hear what you just said? You don't care what the bag is. You better leave or the coach gonna run your ass away. Because man, don't just want to be no assistant around me for the rest of your life. I want you to be a head coach somewhere. Think about it. He was at Duke and didn't get no head coach's a sniff. He was at I don't know where else he was at. He didn't get, but he come to Memphis and now he's a head coach. And you talking about you wouldn't have took it? You be off my staff. Because all you want to do is sit up here and follow behind me. Man, I hope somebody getting this. What you being a head coach? What you being an assistant coach for? Don't you want to move 6 12 inches over? Where's our ambition? You go to Tennessee State and win there. You went to Duke, player. You gonna be able forever in his life. He gonna always say he's been a head coach. You can't take that. Ain't that many of them. It ain't that many jobs at a Division I club. It ain't but 353 of them. What, 300 and something? 53 of them. All jobs ain't good. This man said all jobs ain't good jobs. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by all jobs ain't good jobs? You've been hearing that from them damn fools who ain't got no job. Because if you got a chance of being a head coach at a SWAC, your ass better take it. I don't want no SWAC job. I'll be stuck in the SWAC. Okay. We're going to be stuck over there running behind somebody else. Big coach, all jobs ain't good job. Forever in your life. Okay, let me repeat this. It ain't but 353 of those jobs on the whole planet. Division I head coaches. Let me repeat that one more time. Ain't but 353 big coach of those jobs on the whole planet. I'm going to repeat it. Ain't but 353 of those jobs, Dirk Benefield, I know you know, on the whole planet. And you talking about all jobs ain't good jobs. You ain't finna get no perfect situation. All the time. Johnny Jones been everywhere. What's his name? Mike Davis done been anywhere, everywhere. Mike Davis went to Detroit after being in Indiana, going to the Final Four. UAB. He went to Detroit. And now he at Memphis. And you talking about all jobs? Detroit ain't no good job. Well, what you gonna sit back? Well, y'all, these jobs just don't open up all the time. I'm just gonna sit back and wait on Sean Miller to leave Texas. McNeese State wasn't no good job when Will Wade went down there. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? If somebody think enough to make you the head coach of Boogaloo State, dude, you ahead of me. You're ahead of everybody on this damn feed. I ain't never been no head coach nowhere. Gary, if you're an assistant coach, you should want to be a head coach. Nothing like having your own. Absolutely. I'm sure some people have turned down the head coach spot, but that doesn't happen much. We ain't talking about that. He said all jobs ain't good. Ain't no job good. Who you gonna walk? Who you think somebody just gonna you gonna sit back? A black coach, you gonna sit back and I'm just gonna wait till Duke open up. I'm gonna sit back and wait till Kentucky opens up. Kentucky ain't finished. Hi, your ass. I'm gonna sit back and wait. Ladies and gentlemen, they got this push, and I just feel it. Nobody told me this. I'm seeing when fire Jerry Stackhouse, when they fire Juwan Howard. They don't want you NBA guys in this. So anytime y'all can help a Memphis or Georgia Tech, because that's the only, ain't number 2 left. If your son good enough, he need to go to those universities to help them win. The hopes, because if you went to the NBA and now you want to coach in college, man, I'm sitting up there just watching. Dirk, I don't know, I was at John Lucas' golf tournament, and I had the distinct honor of playing on the same golf team as Penny Hardaway and Monty Williams. First time I ever just kicked it with Monty. One of the most unique conversations, organic conversations, those guys picking each other's brain. I know Monty picking Penny's brain about whether he want to go to the NBA, and then asking Penny about how would it be being maybe Monty might think about coaching in college. He can't coach in the NBA because he's still getting that money. But it was just so unique. But big coach, when anytime you have a chance to move over, we got to start, Dirk said it perfectly. He said, we got to start changing the narrative that take these jobs so the next black coach can get a chance. And we're going to keep letting those people raise our kids. Let me tell y'all something. What this man just said right here. Let me tell you what that man just said right there. I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm just talking about this. We was talking about this yesterday. The Nick Sabans and the Bruce Pearls. And he's like a father to me. Y'all, they're teaching our guys their ideals. Always remember, he who has the gold rule. These coaches, Dabo Sweeney and all these people teaching our black kids their ideas, how they grew up, and how they grew up, and how we grew up. You got to watch that. But Monty Williams, let me tell you something. You know, I used to always say, people ask me who would be my greatest foursome in golf, dead or alive. But ladies and gentlemen, I played with 2 guys the other John Lucas tournament that was one of the most fulfilling moments. And for me, just listening to these 2 men, powerful black men, men that happened to hit the lottery twice. You know what I mean? They went to the NBA. When you go to the NBA, you hit the lottery to me. That's why they call it the lottery. Then you happen to be a coach, a head coach of an NBA team, ain't but 30 of them. And Penny being a head coach, ain't but 300, Division I head coach, ain't but 353 of them. Y'all hit the lottery twice. That's what I told. And I'm just sitting there listening to these guys. And the stuff, they was just talking about ideas. They weren't talking about nobody. you know, that's why I don't be around people no more. If you ain't talking about visions, we in the vision stage now. You ain't talking about visions, I don't even want to be around you. But I'm just sitting there and just talking and just listening and just, you know. Then they said, well, Robert, what you think? Robert, what you think? I said, no. I said, you know, then I just throw it back on them. I wanted, I don't know who put this pairing together. We didn't put it together. We got there, Monty Williams on his thing, Robert Hatter on this thing, Penny Hardaway on this thing. But it was one of the greatest conversations. Everything I can't tell you about what they were talking about, because these guys, I look forward. These guys got to know each other. Monty Williams is a great coach and a role model. Monty Williams is a jewel. He's a jewel. And he said, Agent Branch, I'm going to bring you on, Jimmy. Agent Branch, because the question's just shooting at me right now. Hold on. Andre Branch said, why is it such a challenge for guys with extensive pro playing resumes to get head coaching jobs? And for most part, period. Just want to hear your take. I'm going to tell you, I don't really have a take, but I heard from a person who deals with college coaches a lot, Division I college coaches a lot, who he says, that's what he said. They don't feel, college coaches don't feel that the NBA coaches, guys coming from the NBA, gonna be hungry enough. Because a lot of them had to grind and do this. I find that all right. Because the ones that I know, don't nobody work harder than Penny and Damon Stoudemire. Shit, they up in the middle of the night calling me and sending me synergy and asking me what I think. I don't nobody work as hard as these guys. So y'all got to understand, man. It's y'all gonna have more clout. If you've been in the NBA, you gonna have more juice than these guys. So they ain't trying to hire you. And they trying to do everything they can to keep you out of there. So I mean, I don't know what those guys thinking because I don't hang with all them other guys. I ain't trying to hang with nobody. I just know, I know it's two guys that I can bend to their practice and watch how they recruit and watch how they guys respond to them. And I can just go by those guys. And they are the hardest work. Man, I'm telling you, man, you can't get on the plane. Soon as that game over, first thing Penny told that dude, you got everything loaded up on my computer for me. He gets on the plane and goes straight to his computer. These guys work, y'all work. But y'all don't understand. Y'all gonna have a little bit more clout. A perfect example. I was in Memphis, and Penny was going and see a player play. I said, I'll follow. He said, no, man, come ride with me, because he got this, special kind of van, Sprinter van. He had a driver. He said, man, it's a little fun, man. Come on, drive. So I get in the car, but before I got in the car, this is what I did. Branch, I got in the car. I said, look, let me call give me your compliance person's number. Because we was going to see a top player that was going to be a pro. I said, give me your compliance. And I asked him, and we talked on the phone. I said, is it a problem me riding in this van, being his agent, when he was playing? Is it a problem? And she said, no. She said, guys like Penny gonna have unique relationships that other coaches won't have. There's nothing wrong with you on this van and on this trip with him, because y'all got they call it pre-existing and unique relationships most coaches wouldn't have. Most coaches wouldn't have the access, college coaches, that Penny would have. So, and when she explained it to me, we got in the butt and it's just different. So sometimes y'all don't understand, people be jealous of people. It's people with money be jealous of people who ain't got more money than them. It's people with think they got it going on, but they jealous of other people. So it's Branch, I would have to really say that about that. It's because I've heard it come from some people who said this. Perfect example. I had a former NBA player wanted a job, and the dude said, "Man, I can't hire him." Told my guy, "I can't hire him, man," because he'd have been more popular Y'all got even in the NBA. Even in the NBA. Who was that telling the story the other day? Bobby Jackson says sometimes he's supposed to be the player development guy on an NBA team, and sometimes they don't even tell him to come to the meetings. He says sometimes I'm left at the meetings. I said, wow. I said, unbelievable. But Branch, that's a good question. It's a gift. No, y'all know what we got to do. We had to make sure the guys think about it. Damon Stoudemire went and hired who? Penny went and hired Mike Miller. Damon Stoudemire hired Bonzi Wells. And then Bonzi, but they got to win. So then Bonzi will be looked up. But Bonzi was a head coach at Lemoyne on and left and went to Georgia Tech. So, dude, it's something else. He said Herb said many players have maintained the proper relationships through their playing days. Oftentimes, they haven't done the right thing. I don't know about all that, but that's my take on it. But what's up, Jimmy? I got you back in because you got a whole lot of feedback. Yeah, that air conditioning must be loud as hell over there. That's why I put you on. I had put you on mute for a second, but I got you back. It's something blowing. Something blowing.
That was a fan. That's not an air conditioner.
Oh, okay. I can hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a fan. Yeah, that's my little old fan right there on the desk.
Okay. No.
I got
No.
one real quick. We speedball through this stuff. Women Rock Wednesday.
Okay.
Before I'm gonna talk a little bit of baseball, but first, what's going on with this Caitlin Clark stuff?
What you mean? She just hurt, Jimmy. She hurt. But you don't care if people hurt or not. I forgot. You don't care if people hurt or not.
Yeah,
you don't care.
What I understand. No.
It's hard to shoot.
She was injured and she came back.
Yeah, but she still hurt.
So she's played an incomplete amount of the season, but she has been available and came back in games and played. So in those games that she's played on the road from behind the 3-point arc.
Jimmy, they say you echo. Hold on. I got you. I know why you're echoing. Hold on. It's my fault. All right. You should be good now. Come on.
Yeah, testing 1 2.
Yeah. You should be good.
We're talking Caitlin Clark. Mm-hmm. And on the road, in road games, she's 2 for 35 behind the arc. And so what some teams have begun to do to her is to leave her open purposely because they figure she can do more justice toward the defensive team than not, because the confidence is shaken. And remember now, I guess it started when they named her. She was one of the 2, of course, the vote getters. People don't understand. All-Star game selections, this is for the fans primarily. The fans vote on most All-Stars. So she was the top vote getter. So whether she deserves to be there or not, she was a top vote getter. So that put her into the game. But her performance, remember right before that All-Star thing came, it was a poll of WNBA players that, had her I think somebody had her 9th among
the
guards. Not overall, among the guards in the WNBA. And, then people double down and antagonize it. Even Dick Vitale comes out and everybody comes to back. And once again, that line is drawn in the sand. And if she's out, and now they're saying she's going to probably be questionable now because the team she's coming back and they're not moving the needle. She's not moving the needle. She's struggling right now in a hell of a funk. Meanwhile, once again, winning plays a part of it. Angel Reese has set another record. And And I think that for now, we can pretty much table that head to head because until Angel Reese's team, the Chicago teams can beat the Indiana Fever, then I think it'll be more so of a rivalry. Otherwise, this ain't tennis. This ain't and this ain't one on one. That was just a question of mine. Just like what's going on, where people stand, people paying attention to this stuff.
All I can tell you,
WNBA All-Star game is coming up. That's this
have you
weekend.
ever had a groin injury? I
Yeah.
wouldn't even play.
But that's what I'm saying. But she came and played
Yeah.
on her time.
But
She came and played. She didn't
I
have
wouldn't.
to if that was the case.
I wouldn't have.
Now, I'm thinking maybe she was good to go. And you can aggravate a growing injury when you come back.
Easy.
Remember, Caitlin Clark wasn't known for her ability to burst by you in the first place. She was known for her ability to create separation and step back and get the three off. And it would go in with a decent amount of accuracy in damaging form. So if you're on that groin and you're trying to go, you couldn't go around nobody with 100%. You certainly won't be able to. And now the 3-pointers are not falling. 2 for 35 on the road. 2 for 35 on the road.
She's 7 of 49 in the last 7 games.
So why is she taking 53 pointers? That's what I'm saying.
They might go back in. They might go in.
Okay,
The only one you can't make is the one you don't shoot.
Okay, so guess what? So no excuses then. If you knowing you in that type of slump, you got to go and use your talents to go and make other people better. That ain't making other people better. You shooting up 53s. That's exactly.
I'm gonna wait till she get healthy.
Okay, but then guess what? So at the sacrifice of the team, missing the playoffs. So,
man, I ain't thinking about that damn team. I'm thinking about Caitlin Clark. Only reason I'm thinking about that team is Caitlin Clark. I never thought about the Indiana Fever. I never even thought about them. I didn't care who played on their team. The only reason I'm thinking about them right now is because that girl plays on the team. So guess what? I don't care about the other people on the team. She is that good. She make me say, okay, at least I'm gonna turn it on because I want to see what's she gonna do. And she just ain't making a shot.
She ain't just not making a shot. She's shooting it horrid right now.
Jimmy, Stephen Curry was 3 for 35, and all of y'all got to run in y'all mouth one time. Man, Damon Lillard to my boy, it ain't easy if you ain't got KD around. He was 3 for what, 37. The best shooter on the planet had a stretch of 3 for 37. What, he was supposed to stop shooting? Hell no, the next one going down. We can tell y'all ain't shot a lot of shots. I'm going to shoot that thing. Only way I ain't going to shoot it, Coach, you got to take me out. Because I'm in the game.
But that's what they're doing right now.
Huh?
Well, that's exactly what indirectly they're doing. Sometimes upper management can recommend, we need you to go on, see another specialist, and that's a way of just to mask this because they done won 3 straight.
Okay.
And
so let them keep winning. But I want to see if Caitlin don't show up. Caitlin's supposed to be in the 3-point shot in the 3-point contest at the All-Star game.
She's going to do that because this in Indiana. She's going to be in that. I don't see her playing in the game. I don't see her playing in the All-Star game.
Shit, that's the first time I own you. The women don't have too many groin injuries. Men have groin injuries. What the hell? She got some testosterone. And I saw her touch it off. I said, oh, you don't supposed to be doing that. I mean, she was coming out of the game last night. She was, I said, man, y'all cover the girl up. Yeah. She got to stretch a little bit, man. I don't know what happened to her groin. She ain't dunking. She ain't running. She ain't dunking. She ain't doing nothing high in the hell. Barry, you must have saw what I saw. That was Barry laughing. But she kept putting her hand down there, Jimmy. Like, I said, girl, what is you doing? You itching or something down there? But I didn't know because I didn't have it up. I said, what is going on? And then I found out she had a groin. I just found out she had a groin injury yesterday. Y'all, I didn't know. But that didn't
Yeah.
look good. That wasn't a good look. That wasn't a
No,
good look.
indeed. Yeah, indeed it wasn't. And of course,
I don't care how many commissioners' cups they win without Caitlin Clark. I said Robert Hatter, not Lori. Robert Hatter ain't gonna watch it unless she playing. Y'all ain't like me, no way. Y'all not like me. Y'all, I'm not like her. I like Caitlin Clark. That's the only reason I watch the Indiana Fever. Not for layup Boston and the rest of them people. No, sir. I like Clark pulling that thing up off the rip. Because Jimmy, the beginning of the season when she was healthy, she was off the rip. Bam! I said, it's on. And now she hurt, man. I done been hurt before. That shit, don't take me out the damn game. Jimmy, you can be hurt, but not injured. And you ain't got that lift because her little groin, whatever her little groin won't let her lift and shoot that three. Caitlin, I know it, Coach. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying how I feel about it. If Caitlin Clark, Jimmy, ain't playing, Jimmy, if Caitlin Clark ain't going, it ain't snowing, I ain't going.
so now as we shift over, it even looking back on the Major League Baseball All-Star game last night and the festivities. So indirectly, I can say I was there. I was there, not at the game, but I was in Atlanta, no matter how many years later. And my hotel was one of the hubs for the Major League Baseball. So, and some of the celebrity all-stars.
So you feel connected. There. You feel connected.
It's kind of like being in Selma during the Civil Rights Movement, but you didn't actually go over the bridge, but you was there. You know, you stopped through. You were in town. I was there. Some people stayed at the hotel. I was there.
When I found out how far Selma was from Montgomery, I changed my damn mind. When I was in Montgomery, I said, how much that Uber ride? We ain't got no Uber down here. I said, oh, okay, I'm done.
Oh, you talking about during one of the swag trips?
Yeah, when on one of the swag trips, I went down there. I said, oh, hell no. I said, unless the whole team going, I don't like Alabama, y'all. Let me repeat. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't like nothing about Alabama at all. And the only thing I like about Georgia is Atlanta. If y'all catching my drift. And don't like nothing about Mississippi. But keep going, Jimmy.
And so they the Major League Baseball, of course, the game itself was historic.
I didn't even see nothing positive.
The first ever implementation of the new rules that they put in 3 years ago for the tiebreakers. No, there's no extra innings anymore in the All-Star games because they could go on all night. So that way, and people want to get back to their hotels and get to their planes and get back, spend more time with their families. So instead, they picked. It ended up the National League was up 6-0. American League scored 4 in the 7th, 2 in the 9th, tied the game. They go to the extra tiebreaker mode where you pick 3 players who are in the game right now who have not played, and those 3 players would each get 3 swings each from one of their own batting pitchers, pitching, BP pitchers. So, and that would determine who wins the game. So, the National League, of course, ended up winning. Kyle Schwarber from the Phillies hit all 3 of his swings went over the fence, and he was declared MVP. They won. So great finish. I watched most of the All-Star game, and like I say, the most runs that they scored combined, those home runs at the end don't count toward the runs scored. in the game. It was 6-6. They hadn't had a game that scored that many runs in the All-Star game since in 20 years. Because you realize some of the best pitchers are on the mound. Oh man, Alec, that boy from LSU, Schemes, he started again. He might be the first thing. He might be the first pitcher ever to start the All-Star game in his first 2 years in Major League Baseball. I don't think nobody started a pitcher started his first 2 years ever. He set a record striking out the first batter with 100 miles an hour fastball. But here's the thing I want to mention about this game. And this is something that's going to pull your antennas up. Remember, this game is significant for two reasons. Number one, the opening they did a rendition of Hank Aaron's historic home run.
I played it already on the show.
Okay, that was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Now, the way, because that's Atlanta. It wasn't just, it happened in that city. Not in that stadium, in the old stadium, or 2 stadiums ago. Well, the second thing that's significant for this is this All-Star game in Atlanta would not have taken place in 2025 because it was allocated to Atlanta back in 2021 or 2022. One of them 2-3 years ago. It was allocated to Atlanta then. And Atlanta during that time that was discrepancies and public outcry from the state of Georgia. Oh, remember Stacey Abrams was crying. Remember Keisha Bottoms was the mayor, and everybody was they had those disparities about the early voting polls, and they were doing their best to shrink our voting rosters. And so Major League Baseball, the players were whispering amongst each other. Nobody really made no public outcry. Even Mookie Betts was one of them. They were whispering amongst themselves, and sometimes ownership have pieces in place to hear the whispers. They know when people are starting to do something because they have certain people in the locker room that come run to them and tell them what's going on. It's like anywhere. So my point is, Major League Baseball decided to move the All-Star game from Atlanta in protest or to preserve the game. Otherwise, it would have been a tragedy, because if Major League Baseball had went through and they found out those players one by one start plucking off, we're not playing, I'm not playing, I'm not playing. Well, you're not playing, I'm not playing. Well, I'm down with you. Then what kind of statement could that have made for momentum for National Football League, for the National Basketball League? For going down to the college students and the student athletes, and for bowl games and whatnot. Remember, it was cries they could have. They were whispers about college basketball. Man, them kids, what if them kids don't play? What's going to happen? So this thing, what Major League Baseball did, it kept their status quo and kept the plantation or whatnot intact, because that's what the significance of this All-Star game. And now they played it, and it's funny as hell, because Mookie Betts, one of those guys that was, they said, leading the whispers, he wasn't voted to this year's game. He wasn't voted in. Understand? Mookie had a decent year so far, not among Mookie's terms, but a lot of the All-Stars. Carlos Pena, I think, probably took his spot. Carlos Pena. Jeremy Pena for the Astros probably took his spot. Jeremy Pena's having a hell of a season. 354 since he's been put in the leadoff spot. So I want to throw that in there in regard to that about Atlanta, man. Significant, awesome, great weather, great night to have a game. Unbelievable. It's going to definitely be back there sooner than later in regards to that. So that's the ticket regarding that, and how the amateur basketball, grassroots basketball, Peace Jam is tipped off. They're in day 2 of action. Our JL3 Elite, they have took their first 2 games on the chin. as I stated yesterday, or it might have been Monday, that their leading scorer Elijah Williams, we talk about Monty Williams' son. I told you suffered a leg injury the other day on the last game of the previous session of the EYBL. He's not playing anymore. Well, I kind of knew that, or it was hinted. I didn't know that. I was hinted that when I got the news, right? That, but I say, well, it's always a person might try to come out there and do some gutsy stuff, but no, he's not playing. And Money, his dad, he knows the significance. There's no need for Elijah to go out there. He's showed and proved. He's already committed to Baylor. And so what are you trying to go and prove? You're not making the McDonald's game. You see what I'm saying? So what is from the proof? He did showed and prove enough. He wanted to help this team win.
What did he
Without
hurt?
him,
What did he hurt?
They said knee.
Okay.
They told me knee. And so now, as a result, the JL3 lost the first game by 30. That was to the New York Rens, who was the best team. Remember, JL3 beat this very team last month. Beat this very Rens team. And now you come back, or say last month, mean in the previous EYBL session before Augusta. And the Rens definitely had their number and came out and put it on them. Then the second game, I think JL3 played this morning.
And I watched some of that game, Jim.
Oh, the Arizona Unity. Brandon
I didn't
McCoy.
know Arizona Unity was like that. They got a couple of
Well, no. Brandon McCoy like that. Brandon McCoy like that. He's a multi.
I didn't know his name. I didn't look at his name. I was just watching. That's just one of these players is just moving faster and jumping higher than everybody out here.
And that's normally how it is when you're looking at special.
Yeah, cause I didn't know who he was. Now I was just looking. We had nobody to match this kid, and I guess that's his name, Brandon McCoy. I didn't look at his number. I just saw him just doing everything better than everybody on. And I'll get. Then they put a press on him. It was pressing the hell out of it, and our guards couldn't break the press. For what I said, all y'all's guards. JL3's guards couldn't break the press. So yeah, I got to watch a little bit of it. It was so now you're gonna make me look at that boy a little bit closer now, Brandon McCoy. Okay.
Yeah. So with that being said, the JL3 would have to win each of their next 3 games and need some help in order to make the advance out of pool play. It's still hope mathematically. There's still hope they win 3 games straight, but it's highly unlikely because when you lose, they lost the second game, had about 25.
Yeah.
And I understand nobody's mad at them. You made it to Peace Jam. So and you without the guy that's led you in scoring in this last week. So and you're not playing but 8 guys, 7 guys, which is normal. Without Elijah, you don't have a chance. But
hey, I want a question. I want to ask Herb. Herb, why didn't Brandon McCoy play the whole time? He said he's making his summer debut. Why he haven't been playing? He been hurt?
Well, he was at USA Basketball. I know that. So you had to try out last week. I think he just came. I don't know.
Oh, he was oh, yeah. Okay. That's all you had to do. I didn't know he was USA Basketball. See, now I'm finna go back and watch that game again. I got to.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. Did he jump teams and jump sneaker lines?
Yeah, he just said he making his summer debut. I don't know what he mean by that. Herb, what you mean by that? He made his summer debut.
And so that's like I said, it's a good thing. We still proud of JL3 just by making it this far based on what they have. Now I'm just thinking now, and I'm just gonna tell you guys with grassroots basketball, you can do the math. Since for some people you don't have to be an expert in algebra 3 in order to figure it out and realize that the oversaturation of sneaker sponsored programs in certain areas, especially like Greater Houston, at this point in time. We don't have the high major talent to support so many sneaker teams being victorious on the court. It's mathematically so. That means people say, well, why they got this explains why JL3 has to go and get players from out of town, out of state. Houston Hoops have to go and get players from out of town, out of state. We just don't have enough enough potency. So then people will say, well, hell, still away. I don't feel sorry for them. We could lose with Houston players. Yeah, but you can lose your deal as well. You got your deal to go and get the
I like
best
that.
talent you can get in your area. And they put the rules permit you to go and get a player from your state off one of the adjoining states that's connected to your state. So that's the rule for everybody. It ain't just a rule for Texas. Every state has the capacity to go and get players from the state adjoining to them. That's exactly tied next to that state. So that means you're in Texas, you can get players from New Mexico, from Oklahoma, from Arkansas, from Louisiana.
That was him, Jimmy. That was him. Because I was saying he a guard, but he went by everybody. The next thing you know, he was looking at the rim and just flushed that thing over everybody. I said,
It's a different.
who is this dude? That was him. That was him. Because somebody texted me, he is that guard. Oh, he the number one point guard in that club? Okay, all right, okay. See, I just know him when I see him, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Look, to hell with the number. When you look at something, if you can see it, you can tell levels. Whatever that don't mean the other kid and the opponents are not good. It's
No.
just this dude's on a different level. We've all been in the gym when we see a person say, man, who the hell is that? That's levels. It's a different level. And we've all seen guys in the gym shoot the ball and stank it up, be like, who the hell is that? For the exact opposite reason. Who the hell does that mean? He ain't got no business being in his gym playing with these dudes. He need to be playing over at, on the sand lot. At the YMCA. That's the thing. It's levels. And everybody, too many people think that they are on that level that ain't even on the level below him. Because
Ain't
they
nothing
add too
wrong,
much air.
ain't nothing wrong with him thinking it. Jim, you know what? I'm glad you said that and mentioned that, because all I was saying is, who is this dude here? And shit, that's who it is. Shit, I'm glad, because I got the thing turned down, and I know they don't say who the players are. They just show the video. But now, I done learned a new dude. Now I'm finna watch him a little bit more now. I got him on now. What else you got? Well,
Yeah,
anybody else? Oh, it's 2:00. Anybody else did
Yeah.
anything? Anybody else got anything done?
Well, the Houston Hoops, I think they fell again. Um,
The
they're
who?
up there at
Who
the
did?
Houston Hoops.
They still playing?
Remember that we talked yesterday. They're in the Peach Invitational Tournament, the Pit, and
Okay.
they lost to the Paris Hustle. So as it stands, the Houston Hoops is on um,
The way home?
a losing streak. No, they still got a couple more games. But
No,
you
I'm
bought your
messing with you.
hotels, Adam. They gonna stretch you on out over there at that joint. They gonna make you stretch out. Houston Hoops has, believe it or not, they have 5 games left. 5 games left. They play again in the morning against New York Lightning. They'll play 2 on Friday against Team Hero and Mean Streets, and they'll wrap it up on Saturday against the Ohio Buckets. But as it stands, the Houston Hoops have went 0-3 thus far in the Peach Invitational Tournament, the Pit.
I got a
Um,
question, Jim. Did we have enough players? Did we have enough players? If we got all the best players on, let's say, none against the other team, Did we have enough players to field two teams
To field two teams. When you saying
that
we
could have
from what?
made some noise? Did we have enough players to field two teams that would have been good? That would have whooped some. Because you saying we have enough players for all these teams. Did we have
No.
enough for one team?
Yeah, we
Did we
got
have
enough
enough
for
good
one.
players?
We always have enough for one. I mean, to be competitive, we'll always have enough for one. It's just strength in numbers. You have to realize when you're comparing, we'll always have enough for one. Do we have enough for two? That's the magic question. I think that yes, but you would have to play like anybody else. You would have to play, maybe two or three guys would have to play up in order to reinforce that. Remember, everybody has a one
So we
through
got
five.
some young players that's better than the older players?
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to always be the case. Hit and miss in any state. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes you test yourself out of a certain grade level, and this time you might. But yes, we have enough for. Remember, understand something. The Gulf Coast blue chips is primarily. Majority of them are from Houston. The majority. They still have about four guys from out of town. Let's not get this twisted. So
Who had 4 or 5 guys from out of town? Who?
the Gulf Coast Blue Chips we talked about on Monday, and they won 6 straight games this past weekend in Atlanta, and they are starting in the Under Armour Nationals on tomorrow.
That's in
Chicago.
Where?
Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have help from out of town, but the help is winning. JL3, they made it to Peach Jam. That's more than a lot of teams from Nike can say. So it paid off having those players. That's my point. Now for the Houston Hoops, who took that similar gamble and
but
went
all
and
of that
got
players not from Houston either, right?
most of Houston Hoops players are from out of town. They are not from Houston.
Okay.
So the gamble, when you do that and you lose, that's my point. That's when it feels like,
Jimmy, is it called gambling, or you just got to go find some players?
well, you taking well, the thing is, the players that you found were not good enough. You could have, if that's the case, they're not the chemistry, or you deem them to have been good enough, but the team and collective combined with the coaches must be able to brew together the chemistry that's needed, because you don't practice that much. It's not like you can get in the gym with those guys from out of town all the time. So that goes into.
But Jimmy, I got a question.
Somebody's doing it.
Do most teams practice that much? I don't think none of them practice that much.
Nowadays, most of the practices is the day before they go out of town, or it's how it used to be.
My question was, you said they don't practice that much. I don't think none of the teams in the whole EYBL practice that much.
I don't think, because more teams have more out of town players now.
Yeah.
That's even. The norm.
So that's not a disadvantage.
So people use that as an excuse. Well, man, we had no practice. Well, they had no practice either. That's like saying it's raining outside. Man, the court was wet.
Everybody had no practice. That's what I'm saying.
The court was wet for the other team. The ball was, hey, the old one back in the hood. Hey, man, you ever played and they had one rim had the nets on it, and the other rim had no nets, and y'all split when you get to 10 or get to 12, and y'all switch go. Hell, both of y'all got to play on that rim with no nets. So that's the thing in regard to that. But it's good grassroots stuff, man. Still, we're rocking. And one thing about it, though, for the most part, like I mentioned, JL3 made it to Peach Jam. Gulf Coast Blue Chips, they're fared well. And the Puma event will be in College Station this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Puma. And I think that's Coos Elite. Will have a chance to represent. So even though we're not as potent as normal years as a collective, but we still win in place and are showing. But I just think that we don't have enough to make potency. And time will tell. Maybe, guess what? The Houston Defenders, they're New Balance. Maybe they can go make it to the Final Four. Maybe Coos Elite this weekend. Then if that's the case, that's the case, then
And
guess what?
somebody sent me said most of the successful team have the same core for multiple years, grabbing different players every year, and different weekends takes a toll. So you're saying there's some teams in the EYBL right now that has a core group of kids every year? Somebody sent me this. I
And a
don't know,
core
because I
group of
mean,
kids doing what?
maybe people know more than me. I'm not sure.
I'm saying that what do you say? Have a core group
A
of kids
core
doing
group
what?
of kids. He said most of the successful teams have the same core for multiple years.
Oh, you mean going up from 14s, 15,
Yeah,
16,
yeah,
or
grabbing
15,
different
16,
players
17?
every
That's what.
year, and different weekend takes a toll on you. In other words,
Well,
having yeah, But if you ain't got no players, you got to do that.
yeah, dude, when you get to 17s, it's a huge ass difference from a good 15-year-old team or a good 16-year-old team to
Oh
a
yeah,
17-year-old team.
oh yeah.
It is totally different. I don't have time to explain it to you guys. Just go ask some people. It's a whole load of difference from 16 and under to 17 and under. It ain't that big of a
But
difference
I
from
tried to
15 to
explain
16.
that to you when you come telling me about the 16U team be winning overseas and the 17U, and then the pros is different.
Well, that's USA basketball. That's international play. We're talking about the pros. Yes, is different when
Yeah,
going to that, but that's two
but
different layers up.
just because you win at 15 and 16 and 17 don't mean you finna win at the higher level.
Well, here's one of the
That's what you
differences,
just
though,
said.
Adam.
Now you're
No,
switching it up.
here's a huge difference to that, and it's been pointed out to me years or months ago, and that is this: the core. You mentioned that word core. The core of those international players that our team, USA basketball teams, are kicking their ass every damn year. That core that we playing against is going to be the same core that when they get to the Olympics together. That same core is going to transcend over. They're the future. Our cores or our teams that's playing USA basketball, under 15s, under 17s, under 19s, only a fraction of those guys is going to ever be in the Olympics for USA. That's the big difference, Adam. That's a huge difference. The same thing about playing together in the core. Our core ain't the core when it comes to our pros versus them. That's their core. Remember, Kenneth Lofton played against Wimby them, and those guys that was on the side of him, those same guys are playing, representing France in the Olympic, about 4 or 5 of them in the Olympics just last year. That's the core. We don't have that. So it's just, and I get that.
When we got the NBA, we got the best players in the world.
Yeah, but it ain't the same. You just mentioned about the core about playing together. I just gave you the understanding that. So that goes on. That answers and responds directly to the correlation of why USA basketball don't dominate at the same as our under 19s, under 17s when they're playing those guys. Those guys have more years they're playing together.
I like
at
what
least
Mark
twice.
Cuban said the other day. I got to get out of here. But I like what Mark Cuban said, man, we shouldn't even let the NBA play over there no more. Let them play just NBA. Y'all want to play, we play in the World Cup. Don't even play in the Olympics no more. He said, let the little young 21 and unders, let them go over there and play. Let's keep that core together and let them play.
We tried that. We
No,
tried that.
but you can try it again.
Tried that. And
You
you
try
know what
again.
happened? You know what happened? The rest of the world gloated so much into
But
where
we'll see them at the World Cup. The World Cup, see, y'all don't, what y'all don't realize in the World Cup, when them guys win, they saying we done beat the world. In the NBA championship, it's just a United States championship. But when they win in the World Cup, they say we done beat the world. So you ain't the world champions. Like you ain't the world champion, which call them. You just the. So I mean, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, we can. Let me get out of here. I gotta go. And I'll
yeah,
see
I'm looking at
y'all
looking at all
tomorrow.
them comments. Y'all post your comments and keep them for tomorrow
Yeah,
and
they
keep
ain't
that
saying that.
combo. I
Ain't nobody
see
saying
you
that.
asked what year would Houston players rise again? Rise again in comparison to who? Name me any city in the South except for Dallas. So rise over who? I'm time for me to start posing these questions to y'all so y'all can put stuff in perspective. Ain't no city hotter than Dallas, DFW. No area, period, over the last 8 years. So what do we mean when we rise again over DFW? That's what this is about?
It should be.
No, it's not. No, it shouldn't. No, it
What?
shouldn't.
When
No.
did we stop competing with DMW?
No. You're not stopping competing with them, but they're not the end all be all. If you're still, guess what? Some teams will be glad to get a medal. That's their goal is to qualify.
Y'all don't answer
But
no
once
more questions because that's crazy. Y'all don't answer. All I'm sitting up here saying, you just said ain't nobody better than them, so why ain't we trying to
you say when you're gonna rise up, you're gonna rise back up. It goes in peaks and valleys. This valley just happened to be a little bit deeper than any other valley that you've been in that we've endured in modern day history. It happens. Period. It happens. And so now what happens at a time when it's going to be a point where the country is going to get tired of DFW. And then there'll be more. I'm just telling you, the eyeballs will be tired because at one point Houston was rocking, and guess what was doing? At every turn, people from this area were letting the world know. And at some point in time, people just get tired of that bragging. So let DFW enough bragging, and all of a sudden they'll start looking at them with a different set of eyeballs. And then you'll get
So
more
that's
favor.
political, Jimmy.
That's part of it. Absolutely, it's part of it. I'm breaking it down to you though.
Man, that's some bullshit. Okay, I'm done.
It happens like that.
Wow.
Because guess what? At the end of the day, those eyeballs help dictate or validate certain players. So at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, so at some point they're gonna get tired. There's more people brag,
my back.
or the more people that don't meet expectations. Remember, there were some players from DFW that people saying was surefire hits a year ago. One young man, he'd go and he whooped he showed up and showed out against Sheldon Henderson in Bel Air in TABC a year ago. What he's doing now? What is he doing now?
I don't know.
Don't get started now. Don't get started. Yeah, you think back. You remember what I'm talking about at TABC a year ago when Sheldon Henderson and Bel Air played over in DFW, TABC at the TABC event. And there was one kid everybody used to look on tape. Man, I saw that dude. Who was that dude there? Man, I saw that on the thing. That dude there was supposed to have been. He was a young kid. Well, he a young kid. Yeah, he 2026.
Wait a minute, you ain't talking about my left hand dude.
You know,
Bug.
you
ain't talking about Bug.
No, we're not talking about Bug.
Oh,
Bug
okay.
is out of Bug is out of high school now. We're talking about a young man that's still in high school. He went to the Colony High. Let me help you out. He went to the Colony High School.
I don't know nobody went to
Yes,
Colony.
you remember the game because we talked about it. And the kid, you said we talked about it on the Chop Shop. Man, who was this
Jimmy,
dude?
I forget about them kids. I don't get paid to keep up with them kids. So I don't know what the hell you talking about at the college. I couldn't tell you. I ain't never met him. I don't even know what you're talking about. I know I ain't seen him play in person.
I'll tell you later. Now, Lou's last time addressing you. Lou,
I got to go, Lou. You could ask all these questions.
Houston was rocking because we had less teams and we had more high major talent to spread around. We don't have enough high major talent to spread around.
Okay.
It's
all
way
these other teams. Okay.
It's triple the amount of teams now, guy.
Okay. I got
it's not sustainable.
I like that. I let that excuse come in. I like that.
And the once dominant is no longer dominant. When that happens, everybody feel like I got the new. So remember, the Houston Hoops were the measuring stick.
Yeah.
For years.
Yeah, all over the country.
This is the worst Houston Hoop, according to the record, according to the talent, and according to how many players will get high major Division I who will play as freshmen in Division I, high major or Power 5 4 schools next season.
This is the lowest ever.
Ever. Probably since hold on. Probably since 2002. Now I put 2002 in the midst of that. Probably since 2002. That was a year that I remember Hal Patton to pull the plug on that team when they were 16U. They were coached by Jerome Tang. He coached the hoop 16 and under that particular in the summer of 2021 or 2020. That is. That was when Stephen Briggs was on that team. Hal went to West Side High School. So my
I
point
remember
is,
West Side back then.
Rashard Adams. and but anyway, guys,
We got it.
just it's basketball, man.
No, it's all right. I like that. There's too many
Enjoy.
teams. Somebody texted me that and says just too many damn teams.
Too many to fulfill what needed, man. Remember, a year ago, TJ Ford was hot. Remember, it's always going to be the hot on the block, but then you got to sustain that through your pipes of your 16s, 15s, 14. Remember, teams, programs, and they're still doing a great job with TJ Ford at developing. That's been the lane that's been sustainable, and they give kids an opportunity, which is good. But they're not a threat to take a kid from JL3 right now. So let's get up out of here, man. Y'all share the show when you're to do if you haven't done so. Share the show. Good talking regarding to the Chop Shop. We'll get with you guys on tomorrow. Don't forget, man, summer league games are on TV all day on your I think ESPN is hosting most of them, or the NBA TV. You can get the other ones. So check out and see some of our local, our Texas-based players, see how they will fare this afternoon and tonight as well. But for now, we up out of here, man. Peace. Y'all share the show on the way out the door. We got enough overtime.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.